What's going on? What up, people? This is Rasakai, and this is my review of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 2. Obviously, season 1. Maybe they'll make a season 2. Who knows? So with this episode, they finally bring in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier together. Like they meet up. They're doing their thing, talking crazy to each other. It's sort of like a classic buddy vibe between them. And to be honest, I feel like they pull it off very well. And then combine that with a familiar enemy that's not really your enemy, he's really your friend kind of situation. Like, they're both annoyed with the new Captain America. And so is apparently a chunk of America. But at the same time, I mean, it seems like that's his role, but I'm going to get to that in like a separate video. So it's like they're like annoyed by each other, but they're allies against the new Captain America. It's kind of funny. But yeah, of course the action is really, really good. Like plenty of dope scenes. She seems like she's like the main villain, but in the background there's like other forces, but you can kind of just feel that there's other forces at play or at work. She kind of comes in and they meet for the first time, but they don't have like the deepest conversation. You know, it's just kind of subtle, I guess you could say. But so far so good with this particular show. I was a little worried with the first episode, not much, because you know they're building everything up. You know, in this particular episode, it just seems like they're just you know, kind of showing off the dynamic between Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So far, anyway, it could change. You know, we're waiting to see what happens. Also, in this episode, we meet Isaiah, which he was a black super soldier, you know, back in the 50s and maybe before, maybe a little bit later. I forget when Captain America went into the ice or whatever. And it's almost like a bit of reality is injected into this scene, as well as the scene right after, because back then and you know, later, obviously there was, well, now as well, there was this there's like this disregard for black life, you know, even when that black life is serving in like one of the most prestigious areas or conditions. And Isaiah was one of those black lives that you know, served and put in work for his country, but at the end of the day his life didn't really matter. He was, you know, he got back and he made it seem like the government itself was locked in jail. They put him in jail and like experimented on him. And when he said "your people" to Winter Soldier, I don't know if somehow Hydra got a hold of him and they were running tests on him too for, you know, decades. And then right after that scene, you know, he kicks him out and everything. But like right after that scene, they go outside and they're stopped by the cops. And of course the cops are doing their thing, making it seem like the black guy's the troublemaker, and like like the Winter Soldier, who happens to be white, is the victim. But they're friends, they're buddies. Like, they have issues with each other, but they're not outside trying to kill each other. But for whatever reason, cops just look at the black guy as the victim. Well, some cops anyway, not all, obviously, but you know, just like a bit of reality is like interjected into this particular episode. So it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of seeing that here and there. Like, as long as it's not just like, I feel like this was natural, you know. Some other shows, it feels forced, right? Like a natural interjection of the reality of black lives in America is fine. Don't force it, because then it feels weird. So, anyway, then of course enter the Milkman. So the new Captain America, he's in this scene. He's like really trying to fulfill Steve Rogers' shoes. How do you do that though? You know, to me, it's his role in this show, like what his character is going through, is what it's sort of a parallel to the reality that nobody can really replace Chris Evans as Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so difficult. It's what those are the biggest shoes outside of Iron Man's shoes to fill. Like, nobody can replace Iron Man, and nobody can replace Chris Evans, or Captain America, Steve Rogers. So his character, his situation is so unenviable. I hate that for him. I really do. But at the end of the day, this is a story, and I have to tell it like it is. He feels like the milkman, and the milkman has an ulterior motive. Don't trust the milkman. We'll see. I might be wrong, but we'll see how all of this plays out. But yeah, I just don't trust the milkman. You know what I'm saying? He's something ain't right. So far episode 2 is the best episode to me. Just seemed like everything was on track. Like it feels promising, It gives me hope for the rest of the season. So hopefully they kind of keep it going. Zemo, whatever his name is. Hopefully he's not too much trouble. Obviously he will be. He's a villain. Yeah. And I felt like this was a pretty good episode. All right. Y'all have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that other jazz. Show a brother some love. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Yeah.